When you know what's right for you, you're on your way to being a well-being. Learn how with personalised advice from Blackmores.
Hello and welcome to this week's injury update brought to you by Blackmores. We'll start today's update with a report on Ben Sinclair, who suffered concussion in the first quarter. Unfortunately, very early in the game, almost his first part of the game. Very brave as he usually was, but unfortunately knocked himself out. He's actually come up pretty well. He had to go to hospital for precautionary reasons after the game, but he's now feeling pretty well. He's at training today and he's actually going quite well. But obviously we're very concerned about the whole concussion thing. He's now had 3 or 4 this year, so it's not an easy thing to overcome. He may well be feeling well enough to play on the weekend, but I think it's pretty unlikely that we would ask him to do that. It's really a matter of how he's feeling, and we need to go through a range of things to make sure that he can play safely. But we'll miss him as a player. He's been very important to us, but obviously the concussion thing is more important than just a game or two. So he certainly would consider him only a short-term risk at the moment, and we'll just see how he goes. We'll keep you informed. Keep your fingers crossed on him. Braden Sire had a concussion, but now he's passed his concussion test. He didn't play on the weekend because the VFL had a bye, but funnily enough, he was in the gym and slightly hurt his back, so he may well be out for this week also. He's actually going fairly well, but with that back thing, we'll be pretty conservative as well, so more than likely won't play this week. Jared Witts is in a similar position. He compound dislocated his finger 2 weeks ago. He had a bit of surgery on it to make sure that he didn't get another infection like last time he hurt his hand, so there's a reasonable chance that he would miss this week as well. He could well get up, but it's more likely that we won't put that sort of pressure on him, so he would be short-term as well. Completing the injury list are the 5 players with long-term injuries, as we know. Tommy Langdon, Jackson Ramsey and Matt Scharenberg all have knee injuries. Jamie Elliott is overcoming his back problem, is going quite well, and Dane Swan is still coping with that broken foot of his. So with 5 rounds left in the season, we don't expect to see any of these players back on the field this year. That's all for this week's injury update. We'll see you again next week.